to be with you today to just know about your condition, and I'll have some questions for you. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Can you please introduce yourself, the name, the course, and what you enjoy doing?
My name is Emmaculate. I'm a student taking a CT course. I enjoy learning new things, especially with IT, and also like spending time with my friends.
Very good. Could you share a bit of your condition and how it affects your daily life?
I have a mobility condition that affects how I move, so I use crutches. It involves some activities now that I have learned how to adapt to them.
At what point in your life did you start using crutches?
I started using crutches 2022 when I was 17 years. I was in high school for pre-term.
What has your experience been like as a student navigating school with a mobility challenge?
As a student, to access the movement.
What has your experience been like as a student navigating school with a mobility challenge?
To access with mobility challenges, I've adapted to move freely through the classes in the school.
Are there any challenges you face moving around the school environment? For example, using stairs, accessing classrooms, and the facilities.
Yes. When I can't use the stairs more, and I feel tired, and when I'm searching down.
Have your teachers and the classmates been supportive?
Yes.
In what ways?
Helping me, especially in practicals and adapting the skills.
Good. Can you tell me what are some of the biggest obstacles you encounter in your daily life as a student? What are some of the biggest obstacles you encounter in your daily life as a student?
First, in schools by students that some see like you can't do and you can't study like how they study and do some of the activities.
Okay. Are there moments when you feel misunderstood or overlooked?
Yes.
Which moments? Can you share an example? Just try to remember the time you felt it's like they're not understanding you, they're overlooking you.
Especially in games or sports activities, some feel that you can't do some of the activities in the field.
Okay. How do these challenges affect your academic or social life?
For me, I don't really dwell on that, like focusing on that. I just focus on my daily life and adapting the skills.
Thank you. Okay. What keeps you motivated despite these challenges? What keeps you motivated despite these challenges?
My being with friends who support you and keep you calm.
Have you developed any strategies or skills that help you cope or succeed?
Here's some skills.
achievements, what you have achieved so far. What have you achieved and you are proud of that? That's what the question means.
Object to learn some painting, computer tabs.
How do you feel about the term disabled? How do you feel about the term disabled? How do you feel? If someone tells you you are disabled, how do you feel?
The one disabled, when someone tells me, I feel frustrated.
Yes. Do you prefer another way of describing your experience?
Yes.
Okay.
I prefer being seen as someone who can really do and achieve our goals.
Then, what does ability mean to you personally?
Ability means what a person can do and what they can achieve.
Yes. In what ways do you think society underestimates people with disabilities?
Society members underestimate people with disability, but I and we can be capable of doing many good things.
Who has been your biggest source of support? Family, friends, teachers?
My biggest support is from my family, friends, and also teachers.
What kind of support do you wish was more available to students like you? What kind of support do you wish was more available to students like you?
I wish there were more accessible facilities and better understanding, especially in schools.
What changes would you like to see in schools to make them more inclusive?
I would like schools which are upstairs. Maybe they should have ramps to make easier for the disabled person to access to person.
Okay. Do you feel your environment allows you to fully participate like other students?
Sometimes the environment is not fully inclusive, but improvements can be done.
What are your dreams or career aspirations?
My dream is to build a successful career in IT and become independent business.
Who do you feel your condition affects your future plans? Who do you feel your condition affects your future plans and how? Do you feel your condition affects your future plans and how?
Sometimes yes, and it slows down my motivation, and for some reasons I choose to work positively to let my future plans meet.
What message would you give other young people with disabilities?
I tell them they should not give up and they should believe in themselves that they can do what they can.
Okay. you like people without disabilities to understand about your life?
People without disability should understand that we can do changes, and disability does not mean inability to us.
If you could change one thing about how society treats people with disabilities, what would it be? You are the person. If you could change one thing about how society treats people with disabilities, what would it be?
Like how they see us and give us exclusive support.
Thank you for your time, Emmaculate. I wish you all the best. Say disability is not inability.
Inability.
Thank you.